hand and a nice flowing hat and blonde hair, and right in front of the church in Sitges. And, and from that, I thought, I can put a dog in, or I could put a canary in, really, or I could change them around a bit, you know what I mean? Giving them a little more interest. So I've done them with bird cages and still with the martini glass. Sometimes they don't have a glass, they just have an animal. They're just called martini ladies. But the word martini just came from the idea of the martini drinks.
But I guess you've done sort of, those figures with, again, like the show in Montserrat Gallery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you sort of, but they were more cubistic. And more
More
modern.
Yeah.
But then, people liked them, and then you built on that.
They like to see them, the big bosoms and the red lips and the big eyebrows and just the gregarious look with the big glass of martini in their hand. And
well, a mixture of ladies.
Mixture of ladies, yeah.
Not a few men, not too
no
many.
Nudes. They all had bikinis on.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I never had them nude.
Yeah, actually, they had the hats. And
they all had hats. And
well, we had one of our big patrons, actually, that has about 50 of Paul's. But when I was at Capilano...
Didn't have to put her into it. I put one girl, her face into it.
Oh, that was Toronto.
That was Toronto. Someone wanted them,
yeah, she was a
martini
designer.
one done, but with her in it. She had to be the martini.
And actually, she had sent me... well, I think it was a letter. I don't know. But anyways, her mother was the designer, right, that bought quite a few.
Oh, that's right.
But she had, again, about 10 or 12 sort of special things that she wanted in this, like with her dog,
right.
and, the colors. And gosh, actually, talking about that, I got quite a few that were special commissions. There was that one woman talking about her 2 boys. I didn't know it was her 2 cats, right? And she said, my 2 boys just have to be in it. And I said, well, sure, it'll be stylized, but he can do it. But you also got, the mother and baby, newborn. And the husband wanted to surprise her with something really original.
Done in the same sort of style.
Actually, there was quite a few.
It led into a lot of different,
it was fun.
Connotations of the original theme,
During the 90s, you were supported by a lot of patrons. That sort of patron support was nicely established, and it moved around. The different patrons arrived. There was some solid ones.
That's right.
Always, yeah.
We had Toronto ones, and these were all. As soon as you did the show, you'd let them know you're doing a show, and they'd all come, and most of the time they'd buy another.
They were collectors.
So they were collectors,
but we had Geronimo from Manila.
He was an entrepreneur from
Filipino entrepreneur.
Philippines. He had 6 companies, didn't he? What was it? 6 businesses.
Yeah, buildings.
And he had his own museum, and he used to always
first for the banks, the flowers.
Yeah, he used to buy flowers off me, big paintings of flowers, commissions. And every time he'd come to Vancouver, he'd phone us up and say, I'd like to see you, Paul, could bring flowers round to my apartment. And he had the whole floor in this building in town. Yeah. And so from there,
just down the street,
he ended up buying some massive big abstracts for his museum.
Just
and these
recently,
were like 3
years back.
These were 10 feet. 10
well,
foot
he commissioned
by,
you.
10 foot by 6 foot, massive big ones, yeah.
The thing is, he's in town for maybe, 1 week, or then sometimes he phones me a little.
With his wife,
he phones maybe a little late, and then say, "Oh, okay, I know Paul is so fast. You know what I mean? I know he can do it. I know." So I say, "Oh, okay, Geronimo, for you, he'll figure it out." So I had this big abstract in the hall.
That's right. Yeah, that's
and so he said, and actually, I didn't think that he was interested in abstracts.
No,
I mean,
he's always bought flowers before.
Yeah. Well, he was sort of set on something, but he saw it. And he said,
just fell in love with it. Yeah.
I want to buy that. And can Paul do me another one just to say, because abstracts
for tomorrow,
fast.
I think he said.
Well, tomorrow night or the next day. You might have had the next day.
So I killed myself working for a day on this massive big abstract.
Hardly killed yourself.
Not killed myself, but
But, and those have ended up in his museum.
They've gone to his museum in Manila.
He,
Oh,
That
really?
poor
Really?
chap,
Wow.
he's passed away. He passed away
yeah,
this year.
unfortunately.
We just got a
Yeah.
few weeks ago, we got a letter from his wife.
Yeah, I hadn't written
Saying
him for a
that-
while, and I thought, oh, I feel so bad because I mean it was over a year, I
He
think.
keeps inviting us to Manila.
Yeah, and
Anyway,
I
we won't be going
said,
there.
oh, like I hope you're going to be coming this way again. And
You're such a nice chap.
yeah.
A little stylistic question about the Martini Ladies, just going back to the Martini Ladies. And is there any influence of, I don't know, Cubists, or one could possibly see some Picasso in them? Is that conscious, or is that's just...
Oh, maybe. Unconsciously, maybe, because I'm always looking at different types of feeling, different other artists' work. Sometimes it's Picasso. A lot of Picasso's, some of his nudes I quite like, but a lot of them I don't like. So if I've seen something I like, I might use certain shapes
It may just
that he's
register.
used. In some of my nudes, I might have introduced something,
Well,
As Picasso said, all artists copy, only great artists steal.
Thanks so much for listening to the podcast today. You can go and take a look at some of Paul's different styles on wall90.com. The Ygartua Art Chronicles is produced by myself and Tali Ygartua, with music from Hoskin and Clark. The episode was recorded and edited by me, Ed Hoskin, and you can listen to the next episode on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.